I cannot stop smiling. Audiences are taking a fantastic trip with the legendary Cicely Tyson on Broadway in The Trip to Bountiful. Miss Tyson has just taken home a Tony for her role as a feisty widow who longs to leave the city and return to her beloved hometown of Bountiful. The Tony winner, three-time Emmy winner, and Oscar nominee joins us now. Please give a proper GMA welcome to a legend, Cicely Tyson. Everyone has been so excited to see you, Miss Tyson. And we haven't stopped talking since your acceptance speech at the Tony. It had been 30 years since you had been back on Broadway.
Yes.
And they were wrapping you up, and you said, "You have wrapped me up," for the last 30 years. What was it like waking up the next morning as a Tony winner?
Well, because I didn't hear the music. I was supposed to hear the music, which was your cue to stop. I didn't hear it. And suddenly I look up and I see this light. Wrap it up. Oh, I said, there's something that says wrap it up. Oh, I guess that's what I'm supposed to do. I mean, you know.
It was your moment.
And that's exactly what happened. I mean, the entire universe sort of enfolded me. And it was one of the most thrilling experiences I've ever had.
Well, it was well deserved
Thank you.
and too long in getting there. I just want to show people some of your iconic roles, beginning with Sounder, and you received an Oscar nomination for this. And then we remember you as Kunta Kinte's mother in Roots. And then my all-time favorite, winning an Emmy for this, the autobiography. Two, excuse me, she corrected me, 2 Emmys for this. The autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman, When You Drank from the Water Fountain that time, and then most recently in The Help. And this time when you're on Broadway, Miss Tyson, funny. You have a sense of humor with that character.
That's what my family always told me. They always told me I was funny. I didn't think I was funny because it was when I was most serious that they found it amusing. You understand?
Right.
So all of a sudden, the first time I heard someone laugh at a line in Trip, I thought, what are they laughing at? It's not funny.
No,
but
it's very humorous.
Listen, Horton Foote wrote humor into that piece. Few people realize it. It is there. And so when you speak it, if one is aware of the content and the core of what this man is saying, they will get the humor, and that's why they laugh.
And you wanted this role. You remember seeing the film.
Yes.
And you said you wanted your trip to Bountiful.
Well, actually, it wasn't the role. I went to see Geraldine Page in the movie because I was a big fan of hers. I knew nothing about the piece. I left the theater and I went to my agent and I said to him, you get me my trip to Bountiful and I will retire. Well, that was 26 years ago, and it came out of nowhere. He didn't get it, but someone, Hallie, who was the daughter of Horton, who produced the piece, met a mutual friend of mine and said, I want to do this with a black cast. I want Cicely Tyson. Do you know her? Van, who was a costume designer for the show, and whom I had worked with a number of times in film, said, I'll call her. And we met, and that's how it happened.
And that's how it happened.
That's how
and then all the Tony recognition after.
Well, it was 3 of them. I received 3 out of 4. The drama desk, Circle. I'm sorry. All right.
But the point is that
and the Tony.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I actually didn't expect any of it. I do not anticipate that when I work. My mother always taught me that if you don't expect anything,
that's right,
you won't be disappointed and you won't be crushed. Right?
You talked about your mother.
Yes.
Full disclosure, I had tickets to see A Trip to Bountiful on Saturday.
Yes.
I couldn't do it. I'm not ready yet because my mother, a very important part of the play.
My condolences.
Thank you. Blessed Assurance.
Yes.
And my mother completed her autobiography shortly before she died, and My Story, My Song is the name of her autobiography, inspired by Blessed Assurance. And I cannot wait to be there in some ways.
Yes.
Just tell us about how the audience comes alive and how how that hymn is such a favorite to so many.
Well, the audience coming alive was quite a surprise to everyone, actually. I did not expect them to join me in applauding and singing, and it was as if I was put on a huge balloon and buoyed into the sky. It is, because it goes on at every performance. It is the most thrilling.
I can see it.
Yes, and I mean, I get so excited again.
Well, I am looking for it when I'm strong enough.
Yes.
And I'm getting there. I'm going to be there. And you got it going on. I don't know. You just look at this outfit. I mean, you're all that. You're all that in a bag of chips.